Hi, Clint Coons here with Anderson Business Advisors, and I want to tell you about a certain type of deed that you should never use when you're deeding property between yourself and your business entities. You know, so many people out there get this wrong. I hear it time and time again. At our asset protection workshops, one of the questions I typically ask during the workshop is, how many people in here would use a quitclaim deed to transfer real estate into their limited liability company? Now, I'm amazed. Probably about 50% of the hands will go up and they will say they would use that type of deed. Then I ask how many people have actually done it. Of those 50%, probably half of them have used this particular type of deed. Now, you've heard about it before, a quitclaim deed. It's a very popular way of describing deeding property. That is, if you went to a RIA and someone's talking about transferring real estate into an LLC or to a corporation, they'll say, quitclaim the property. Well, that is a huge mistake. When you use a quitclaim deed, you are setting yourself up for potential loss in the future. I'll give you an example of that. I recently worked with a client who had purchased a piece of real estate about 7 years ago. Now, this individual bought this condo, and after he acquired it, his attorney then came back and told him, you know, you should create a limited liability company to put this property into. And he said, that's a great idea. I want some asset protection. So the attorney then prepared for him a quitclaim deed, transferring his interest into this LLC. Now, everything's fine. He's collecting the rents for the last 7 years. He's making money. And last year he decided it's time to sell. Well, when he sold the property, he was surprised to discover that escrow held over $120,000 on the sale of that property. Now, he couldn't figure out why escrow was holding the money, and they told him it was because there was a lien against the property from the prior seller. Now, this lien did not get picked up on his title. So he went back to his title insurers and said, listen, you guys missed this encumbrance on the real estate. You told me the property was free and clear, therefore you owe me $120,000. Title insurer looked at the property, researched it, and discovered that this individual had quitclaimed his property into a limited liability company after he had acquired the condo. Now, that was his mistake. By quitclaiming the property, it gave the title insurer an out. The title insurer came back to him and said, we don't have to cover you. When you quitclaim property, you are transferring, you're warranting that you have no interest in the property, or any interest you have, you're transferring it over, and you make no warranty as to whether or not you have good title. So when you transfer property via a quitclaim deed, you will void your title insurance. You should always use a warranty deed or a grant deed if you live in California. You know, to avoid the use of a quitclaim deed because it voids your title policy. Unfortunately, I've run into far too many investors who have made this mistake using a quitclaim deed just because of lack of ignorance. If you're wondering when should you use a quitclaim deed, well, the only time I use quitclaim deeds in my practice is when there may be some person who has a potential claim against the property and you want to eliminate that potential claim. So you ask them to quitclaim any interest they may have over to your client. That then takes them off of title altogether and removes any cloud that may be there. But the quitclaim deed should never be used to transfer title between yourself and your entities or between your entities and you. That should always be avoided. Always use a warranty deed and you'll preserve your title insurance. My name is Clint Coons with Anderson Business Advisors. Be sure to check out our webinars or our seminars by going to andersonadvisors.com and sign up for one of our upcoming tax and asset protection workshops. I look forward to seeing you there.